Welcome to today's Immoral Mortals episode. For every episode uploaded on YouTube, there's also a bonus episode uploaded on our Patreon, full of exclusive content you can't see anywhere else. Check it out.
Welcome.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, hey.
Welcome to our
Yo, mortals.
newest episode of Fresh Podcast. Anyway,
Fresh.
Sorry, we had a little bit of a delay. It's only a couple days off, I think, or something.
Yeah,
It's
something.
like a week. But I just had, my son was just born. His name is Ryder, and he's fucking, babies are weird, man.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Thank you.
I can't imagine.
It's just like having a little, I don't know, like what you think having a baby is like. It's just not.
Just nothing like that?
When you, it is and it is. I don't know. It's just so weird having like a tiny human.
Yeah.
Like at first I was like looking at him like he was like an inanimate object, like he was like a doll or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, that's like a fucking real thing.
You're like disassociating from it.
Yeah, I was
You're
like,
like, that's my fucking son.
I was like, no, that's like a real fucking, that's a kid.
That's a human being
He's
right
like
here.
shitting out like black and green seaweed
Ew,
poop
bro.
for the first week. Yeah.
That's what I don't like about kids is like every time they're wet.
They're
They're
just
always wet.
Somewhere.
Always sticky.
Somewhere.
And you never know why.
Like the hands
Yeah.
are wet,
Wet,
and you don't know
their
if it's like
feet.
shit or pee. Or
Yeah, you don't know where their hands have been.
food.
Dude, bro. It
Yeah.
grosses me out.
I know.
They always hand you something. They'll like hand you something, and
That's
you
why-
like take it. And it's just.
That's why
wet.
I don't like when there's like kids at parties and there's like
Yeah.
a food bowl and there's like
Oh,
a 4-year-old
bro,
who's like,
yeah, they're like,
he's, like wiping his ass and putting his like the guy from
They're like-
Scary Movie with the pie finger. Let me get some of that.
let me use my good hand.
Yeah, it's like oh
That's my good hand.
yeah. But it's
Accurate.
also awesome. So it's
Yeah.
also pretty
It's
crazy.
exciting. That is exciting.
So yeah, we did have some. When did you want to do the Q&A? Because we did have. Do you want to do that later? 'Cause we did have some Q&A.
Yeah, we can do that.
We can do that now?
Let's do it now.
You want to do it now?
Well, should we do the immoral fact first?
You're probably right.
Yeah, let's do the immoral fact.
So the immoral fact of the day is, there's a psychological condition, a very rare one, called boanthropy, where the person believes and lives their or thinks and lives their life as if they are a cow. So it's it's super rare mental disorder.
Okay.
And
Interesting.
I've never known anybody who had boanthropy.
No?
It honestly, like, it reminds me of like when I hear that, I feel
Yeah.
like they like. I saw that and I was like, oh, what? They like turn into a full half cow under the full moon or something. Like,
It's like a werewolf.
It's like
with a cow.
lycanthropy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
Oh, yeah.
that's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Also, is it like, what if it's like a sleeper agent or like something where it was like a code word? You say something and it triggers them to be a cow.
That'd be
That'd be
oh,
interesting.
because you're a mentalist. Yeah, you could just do
Yeah.
that on
Oh, like
stage.
hypnosis.
Like,
I could make someone a fucking cow
yeah.
and milk them.
Oh.
Milk them on stage.
Well, that didn't go the way I thought it was going
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
go. All right, immoral mortals. Really embracing the brand.
Milking.
Okay.
Milking some cow people.
Okay, yeah, so that's the fact of the day. So if you know anybody with boanthropy,
let us know.
yeah,
shout
let us know in the
them out.
comments. Yeah. No, I don't.
Disorders. Mental illness.
Totally.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll do the questions now.
Yeah, let's do them. Let's knock
check
them out.
So do you want to do yours, mine, or do you want to do our shared question first?
Let's save the shared for the last.
Sure. Okay. All right, we'll do yours first.
All right.
Sean O'Neill asks, "How much
Sean.
do mental professional?" Oh, no, that's how he. That's what he.
Okay.
How much do mental professional mentalists get paid per hour?
Get paid per hour.
Yeah, he wants to
Ooh,
know.
that's a good question. So
How much you get?
that varies because it's not a sense of like a job where you clock in or anything like that. You just get paid to do shows, and I'm basically I have my own business, so I kind of send out contracts and I determine the price, and it varies for a lot of different types of shows, because there's, in my line of work, I do corporate shows, which is like big businesses and private businesses if they want to hire someone for like an event they have or a meeting. Those pay pretty well. Those it depends on your area, but for me it's around $500 to $800 for 45 minutes, which is nice.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah.
And then you have college shows, which those are they have a lot more money,
Right.
so they pay usually around $1,400 to $1,500 for 45 minutes.
That's not bad
Which
at
is
all.
nice.
Yeah.
And then I do private parties, and those are lower end.
Sean's like, I'm gonna become a mentalist.
He's like, I'm gonna be a
That
mentalist
sounds
now.
Great.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I mean, there is a lot more. I mean, it sounds like a lot, but then you think about, like, sometimes I'm driving or traveling, across the country on a plane, or driving 4 hours there, 4 hours back.
Right.
And there's equipment I have and all sorts of other
Sure.
crap.
Yeah,
I have to
just a lot of shit.
Spend a lot of money. Spend a lot of money, get a lot of money.
Right, and then there's also like voice acting. It's
Yeah.
also based on the inconsistency of getting gigs. So
Yeah,
it's
like you might. It's like feast or famine.
So that's where
Sometimes-
our things kind of like intersect in that way.
Yeah, like
so
right
yeah.
now, huge famine, not getting any gigs. So
Yeah,
it's great.
It's not good, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's the cool thing about mine is it's mostly
Yeah.
based online. Well, in a way,
Right.
to get a tour, to get into bigger studios, they generally like to have you come in and do stuff in their studio.
Right.
But it's becoming more and more common nowadays to have your own voice acting studio, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's nice.
All right, so my question.
Yeah, what is it?
Do
Do you want me to read it?
Oh,
Because like you read mine. And I'll read-
sure.
Yeah, hand that over.
Here you
Hand
go.
that over, big boy.
Here you go.
Big boy. Big boy.
Big boy.
All right.
Where
is
fat?
it?
Fuck you. What? It's what? It's the one question on the.
Oh, it's literally the only thing. All right. This question comes from Dean Eric Arbuckle,
Yes.
and he asks, have you ever had a major voice crack while doing voice acting?
Yeah, I like that question. Thank you. Yeah, it's I don't know. Like, I would say yes. Not often, because you don't want your voice to crack, so you want to if
You're like prepared.
Yeah, especially if you're doing something like really loud, or like if you're screaming for a voice acting part or anything like that, you want to be drinking a lot of water and be really hydrated so that you don't voice crack. But I think that some voice cracks actually make it sound more natural for the character. You know what I mean? Like you'll see characters who yell really loud and they kind of have
break.
and it starts to break, like Goku.
Yeah.
See. Actually, I'm gonna play them our clip. We did.
Oh yeah.
So we did a little
Nice.
voice acting clip where we kind of did like an improv anime attack kind of thing, and towards the end you can very clearly hear my voice crack.
But it sounds so
But it
cool.
sounds good.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
a way that it sounds good. But you don't want it. When you don't want it to. If it sounds unnatural, then you want to redo it. So
Right.
yes, it does definitely happen.
Like if you're doing some deep voice
So
character.
this is the clip here.
Yeah, let's play it. That was like my first time doing something like that.
Guys, cannon! Flame lance!
Could you hear that at all? Probably
Like
not.
on my headphones?
Yeah.
No. They probably didn't hear that at all.
Oh no, I was gonna just add it. So
Oh,
they
that's
did-
a good
so
idea.
They did hear it, but
So yeah, they
yeah,
did.
you guys heard it, but
Post editing.
yeah, post it.
You'll get it.
But I just figured we'd listen to it for the timing. You know what I mean?
Good
So
idea.
we're listening. But yeah, you didn't hear anything through my headphones. Oh, you didn't.
No,
hear
no,
it?
no,
Okay,
no.
cool. Because it was super fucking loud when I put it in my headphones. And I was like, wow, that was loud. But yeah, so you can kind of hear towards the end, my voice was very like.
Yeah, it starts to crack.
Yeah.
But it's cool.
But yeah, it was fun. So yeah, that's the answer to that. And okay,
Not for the
our
Double
double
question.
question, yes. Keegan Reynolds asks,
Keegan.
"Hey Keegan,
What's up, boy?
What is the most inappropriate way you've used your professional abilities in a non-professional setting?" I love that question.
That
so
is
much.
a good question.
That's super fun.
Okay. Okay, interesting. In a non-professional way.
I have like a secret answer and also a normal answer.
It's like, what do we share?
I'm gonna say both, but
Are you?
yeah, I'm gonna go for it.
Yeah. I mean, in my line of work, there's a lot of things I could definitely take advantage of if I wanted to, because sometimes I'm guessing things like people's PIN codes and passwords and
Sure.
just inner thoughts that they don't want to share with the rest of the world.
Right.
But honestly, using the techniques I do, I think the only thing I might have done it has to do with hypnosis and just kind of, I've used it in a sense I used to be a manager at a grocery store. And I remember one time I had this very upset customer come up to me, and it was one of my first experiences as a manager. So I was a little nervous because she was like coming at me like she was just really upset. And she said, what did she say? She said, this isn't going to be, I'm not going to be happy with this. And I said, no, you are going to be happy with this. And that was like literally, and I've never done anything like that before in my life, but that was a weird, like,
you like Obi-Wan mind trick?
Yeah, like it was literally like
you will be happy.
And then she like calmed down immediately. And I think that was just a technique in hypnosis. You can use a technique that's a confusion technique.
You almost like shocked her into like confusion.
And that's
like the meme.
Yeah, literally just like that. And
she's like, I will be happy.
Because there's a lot of techniques I've learned in mentalism and hypnosis that can work for everyday life, and that's one of them is like confusion.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Cool.
But nothing more scandalous than that.
Oh, mine's more scandalous.
Oh God.
I was just gonna say, I mean, this is pretty just plain and out there, but like just for sex, like I mean, voice acting during sex.
Yeah,
like
role playing.
Like role playing, but because I can change my voice, like I can be a whole different character for that.
You could be like a schoolgirl.
Well, that's
if you wanted to.
I mean, I don't know if I could do that.
I don't know.
I got the voice range for that one.
Oh no.
But yeah, that's like the secret. That's like the private answer, like the secret answer.
Okay. All right.
But besides that, I guess just for like, in an inappropriate way, I guess just like imitating character voices to say inappropriate things, which I do literally all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really want to do an example, but
putting you on the spot.
Yeah, it's always like sometimes I'll try and do like
dude.
I do a lot of like DBZ voices. Saying
you do, yeah.
Things. So yeah.
Do SpongeBob eating ass?
I don't know. No, I don't know.
That's it.
I actually couldn't even get it.
That's it. No, that's it. That's him eating ass.
That's SpongeBob eating ass, right? It's bad. He's eating Patrick's ass. He is gay.
Yeah, we just found out.
Although I guess before somebody was saying he was asexual before is what they had previously said. I don't care.
Here's my take on it. Like I'm all for
he 100%
gay
seems
pride.
Gay,
yeah, and I'm all for gay pride and everything and all that. But like to me, it's like I don't need to know the sexual orientation of a fucking sponge, bro. I don't care. It's a kid show that like when I was younger, I wasn't like, oh, I wonder if SpongeBob's sucking Patrick's dick.
Yeah, is he sucking dick?
Like I don't care. None of that
doesn't even have a dick. How does that
work? I know, it doesn't even work.
I feel like if anything, he's up in Squidward's shit. Like Squidward like rips his own penis off and no.
He's that kind of octopus.
Hashtag what the fuck?
I don't know.
Argonaut octopus.
Yeah. That's only the real OGs that listen to this podcast.
Yeah, it was last episode.
Yeah.
That's all. Check out episode 5.
Just one other episode. All right.
So yeah.
Solid.
That is pretty solid, yeah.
Good questions, guys.
Awesome.
Well, definitely, if you have more questions for us, if you're watching this, let us know.
Yeah, I love answering.
I'm all for answering that shit.
All right. So, you recently took a trip to Colorado.
I did, yes.
Yeah. You were saying.
So before all of this pandemic stuff happened, one of my last kind of gig opportunity, it wasn't really a gig opportunity, it was just that I'm part of an agency that has a roster of other talents, and we go to these conferences called NACA conferences. So it's these big college conferences where all these college students come, and usually it's different areas of the United States. So there's like Midwest, Northeast, blah, 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 blah.
Sure.
This was called NACA Live, so this was the entire United States. So every college could come. And you basically go there and you demo yourself and you try to get them to hire you for the rest of the year. And so that has nothing to do with anything other than the fact that that's why I was in Denver, Colorado.
Right.
And you know how when you're flying, you can't like use Wi-Fi or whatever. I mean, you can, but you have to pay for it. And like, fuck that, I'm not paying.
Yeah,
for that
because
shit.
Wi-Fi sucks.
Why would I do that?
Why would you?
So, anyways, when we landed at the Denver, Colorado airport, I had my Wi-Fi back, and I went on Facebook, and the very first post I saw was these pictures of this airport, and it was these posters that were put up.
Yeah.
And it was about conspiracies, and it said Illuminati, and it said under construction, working on our underground tunnels.
Yeah.
You know, pardon our dust and like stuff like
Right,
that. And
yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
what the hell is this?
What the fuck?
But then I read that it said Colorado Denver Airport, and I was like, no fucking way. This is where I am.
Oh, I'm here.
Like right now. So we get off, and I thought it was fake. I thought like the Facebook. I was like, that's stupid.
Yeah, that's
like it's
dumb.
got to be photoshopped or whatever. But then I literally walked out and I saw them. Like it was there. All these different posters, like, but watch out for the mole men underground. And I was like, what is this? So then I was curious. So we had some time before we went to our hotel, me and my wife, and we were looking it up. And we found all of this shit, like all of this conspiracy stuff about the Denver, Colorado airport. And I have an article here because it's pretty crazy of all the different things. One thing that really blew my mind, first of all, the reason there was construction posts, they were doing some work.
Yeah.
And there's a big conspiracy theory that they have these underground tunnels that were built by the Nazis way back, but now they like the Illuminati uses them, and they have bunkers under there and all of this crazy
shit.
Freemason stuff.
They're just built off of these crazy conspiracies.
Yeah,
Okay.
and one of the things we passed that I was like, all right, what the fuck is this place? Is there's this mural, and I don't know if we can like show them or not. If we can, I don't know, whatever. If we have the power to do that, but
Sure.
the ability. But basically, what it is it's a mural of this Nazi soldier with a gas mask.
Okay.
That looks like a skull, and he's got an AK-47 type rifle thing and a sword, and there's like people dying below him. There's like buildings that are destroyed.
Honestly, so obviously we're all for hating Nazis, but like the art is pretty badass.
It is really badass.
Fucking cool looking.
It is weird though. There's a rainbow behind him. It like makes no
Yeah,
sense.
he's like super gay.
But apparently it's supposed to be signifying the like end of the world, the apocalypse.
Interesting.
And to go into that further, there's these horses outside, and there's one. There was a couple of them actually. There might have been four. I think it was like the four horsemen
of
or
the
whatever.
apocalypse, sure.
But there's one out there that's they call it Lucifer, and it was so creepy. It's this big giant horse statue, and it has two red glowing eyes. And
Yeah,
you
I've
see
got
it in
the
it.
article up right now. That looks pretty fucking.
It's nuts.
It looks cool as fuck.
It's really
but
cool. It's creepy. Like
it's definitely
you
creepy.
never expect like you're driving at night and you just see its red eye is just so bright.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck? So then come to find out that this Lucifer horse, when it was being built, and it says in 2006, his name was Jimenez, was killed at age 65 while creating the horse. The head fell off when he was working on it and crushed his leg, severed an artery in his leg.
Did he? So he like bled out? Was that?
I think
Is
so.
that's what that.
Yeah.
Wow, that's fucking.
And then
sucks.
They just other
Some
workers
other
came
guy.
up afterwards and they're like, I guess we gotta finish it.
I'll
Like,
just fucking put it back in. Just wash it off.
paint over the blood. It's
fine.
fine.
Yeah.
And they didn't realize they're making this demon horse with red eyes.
That's pretty cool though.
Crazy.
It sucks. That's a shitty way to die for sure.
It really
It's
is.
just like random.
Very random, yes.
He's definitely a cursed horse.
Yeah, that's a theory. They say, it's a cursed.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I would
Apocalypse
like. Yeah, so if you enjoy conspiracy theories, definitely check out.
Yeah, there's a
Denver,
lot.
Colorado. Yeah,
There's a
It's
lot.
pretty awesome.
Aliens, Nazis, everything, man.
Yeah, so speaking of unusual deaths, that actually kind of sparked some imagination for us.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
we were wondering, like, what
other ways?
have people died? What other weird ways? And so we're going to go through some of these weird ways. This goes back fucking far. It's like we start with like the BCs. I don't know how
it's
they
way
know
back here.
How did they just record that? They were like
someone's friend was like, he just watched him
they're
die, and he's like,
Herodotus
I'm writing this down.
ran over by squid.
Like, I'm writing this down. That's gonna be in history.
But apparently they know somehow.
Yeah.
Well, some of them know. Some of them are like, they died in this crazy way, and then they're like, but they probably just.
But they
didn't.
probably didn't.
It was actually.
And you're like, oh, okay, well, fuck
So
me
that's
for
this
reading this.
bullshit. Then, so did you want to start? You want me to?
Yeah, let's start with the very first one on here.
Okay.
It's the oldest.
The oldest.
The
yes.
date of death is 620 BC.
Draco.
Draco of Athens.
of Athens.
So Draco, this one's so weird. Draco was an Athenian lawmaker.
Okay.
And he was reportedly smothered to death by gifts of cloaks and hats showered upon him by appreciative citizens at a theater. So you can just, I guess he was putting on some kind of show.
He's like, thank you.
And they're just throwing, like, yeah.
He's like, okay,
yeah,
okay,
that's enough.
It's too much.
They just keep going and going, and
He's like, oh.
and then you can imagine it dies down, and then they all leave. He's just crushed under.
His hands
dead.
sticking up.
Dead.
Ow!
Oh.
Oh, sorry.
First world problems, right? We're not even being crushed by cloaks.
Yeah, not yet.
Just hurt your hand. That's all.
Not yet. You guys, if you guys want to shower us with cloaks and appreciation,
I'll take it.
I'll take it.
That's
yeah.
a way to. I would die that way.
All right, so I'm gonna.
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
got
do
one?
what the fuck is this? Arician
Whoever this fuck
of Figalia.
Okay.
He was a. Sorry, I can't see this. Gotta turn this a tad bit. I hope that didn't turn the camera. He's a Greek pancreatist. It doesn't matter what he does, but he caused his own death during the Olympic finals. So he held by his unidentified opponent in a stranglehold, and unable to free himself, he kicked his opponent, causing him so much pain that the opponent made the sign of defeat to the umpires. But at the same time, he broke the dude's neck.
Oh my god!
And since the opponent had conceded defeat, he was declared the winner after he died. I think that's pretty amazing.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
That's awesome. He's the only dead man to win a wrestling match. Maybe it's happened
that we
before.
know of. Yeah.
Who knows? All right.
Do you have any more in this age?
Yeah, I do. I have like two more.
Wow, in this age?
Yeah,
Wow.
I was looking and I really like these ones. So this is Aeschylus. Dude, these names, Greek names. 455 BC, according to Valerius Maximus. Look at that. He was the eldest of three great Athenian tragedians. Dude, I can't talk. But he was killed by a tortoise dropped by an eagle that had mistaken his his bald head for a rock suitable for shattering the shell of the turtle. That's hilarious,
bro. They're like carried by an eagle. Carried by
Zeus,
an owl.
Zeus just killed that guy because they say like the eagle is like the symbol of Zeus or whatever.
Bro,
he just dropped a fucking tortoise on him and killed him. I think
that's insane.
Pretty amazing. Also, they add that he had been staying outdoors to avert. He had been staying outdoors to avert a prophecy that he would be killed by a falling object. He thought it was going to happen inside, and then he went outside. What
an idiot!
Yeah, he should have known
You dumbass.
that they were going to drop. Yeah. And then the last one for this one is Agathocles of Syracuse.
Wow.
Syracuse. That's where we are.
Hometown.
Yeah.
But not really because it's in like
it's
a whole nother country.
their Syracuse is
a whole nother country.
obviously different. But Agathocles was a Greek tyrant of Syracuse, and he was murdered with a poisoned toothpick. And initially, I was thinking like he was stabbed with it.
Oh, right.
Because I was like, that's like a really small,
tiny
a small wound, like nobody'd ever see. Yeah, you just like some Assassin's Creed shit. But
no, I definitely think
pretty
it's
sure
more of
it was
him just like dipping it in poison and then leaving it, and then that guy just was like,
he's like, you know what, fucking Agathocles, that bitch. He always fucking
he's always cleaning his teeth. That clean teeth bitch.
Yeah, we. Back.
Clean
hygiene's not important. It's fucking 289 BC. Wait a minute. Did that just? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. The BCs go backward. I thought that was like earlier. And I was like, wait.
Yeah.
Time is confusing.
It's fucking time.
Okay. Yeah. Did you want to? We're in the Middle Ages now.
Yeah. Let's move in. We're moving on to the Middle Ages. What do we got here? Let's see. What's speaking to me? Oh, okay, here we go. We got Henry I of England. So I don't know, maybe was he a king or something? He was the 4th son of William the Conqueror.
Oh, okay.
So that's cool. I don't know what that means, but
Sure.
probably special.
Yeah.
He died on December 1st,
Royalty.
the year 1135. While visiting relatives, Henry supposedly ate too many lampreys, which it shows me a picture here. Lampreys are an ancient extant lineage of jawless fish of the order Petromyziphenimorphus, placed in the superclass Cyclostomata.
Are we even gonna? We should just stop trying. We should just pronounce them how we pronounce them. Like,
I know, right? That's how it is.
just give up.
The adult lamprey may be characterized by a toothed, funnel-like sucking mouth. So he was eating these
Oh.
fleshlights, these teeth, these teeth fleshlights,
Flesh fish.
against his physician's advice.
Oh, the doctor's like, you really shouldn't be.
He's
eating
like, I wouldn't. I just wouldn't.
He's like, you've had at least 7, and at this point, is it worth it to have an 8th one?
He's like slowly putting it towards him.
He's like,
He's like, I wouldn't. So anyways, it caused a pain in his gut, obviously, because they're like teeth creatures, and ultimately his death. So
yeah, that's stupid.
he's like, I don't get it. I don't know why my gut's
physician
hurting.
was like, I told him
I
not
tried to
too
tell
many.
him.
I don't know.
It's his fault.
That's pretty good.
That's a good one.
What else do we got? There's not a lot going on in the Middle Ages for weird deaths, anyway.
What I am noticing is by going through a lot of these, you can see there's just so many that have to do with laughing.
Yeah, like laughing.
Just
to death.
dying
there's
of
a lot them.
laughter.
That's where that saying came from.
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah,
It really
dying of laughter.
happened.
But we don't. We like the. Wasn't there a joke that was like really bad?
I
Where
think I
was
saw
that?
one. Yeah. Let me see.
It was.
Oh, right here. Okay. All right. So this is Martin of Aragon. He died on the 31st of May, year 1410.
Sure.
So Martin of Aragon died from a combination of indigestion and uncontrollable laughing.
Yeah.
So according to tradition, Martin was suffering from indigestion on account of eating an entire goose.
What are they eating? They like
And their doctors are
this
like,
one
"Stop!"
dude, this Henry the First is like, I need to fucking eat 20 lampreys, and then this
And this
guy's
dude's like, I'm gonna eat this whole goose.
he's like, it's
It's
still,
tradition.
Do you want us to cook it? And he's like, no,
No, absolutely not.
Oh, I want to anaconda that shit.
So then eventually his favorite jester, Bora, came in.
Yeah.
Because he's like, yo, come. He's like, I'm eating my goose. Get in here,
Get
boy.
in here and make me laugh.
Make me
I'll
fucking laugh.
Fucking eat my goose.
So, when Martin asked Bora where he's been,
Yeah.
the jester replied with, out of the next vineyard, where I saw a young deer hanging by his tail from a tree, as if someone had so punished him for stealing figs. And this joke
that-
caused the
is that the
king
end?
to die from laughter. That was it. There was no punchline.
He was like, figs?
He's
Are
like,
you?
he's like, are a fucking deer eating figs, hanging from a fucking tree, and then he just died.
Yeah, that was just too much for him.
That
the
was
the
way
bar
too
for
much.
comedy was pretty low back then.
Way low
It's
back then.
that
Like
didn't
we
even-
couldn't get away with that now.
I didn't even get a chuckle out of that.
It's
Like,
nothing in
that
that
would be
sentence made
like
sense.
that'd be like, I saw a dog in the backyard eating his own shit as if he had nothing better to do. Yeah, I'm like, nobody'd laugh
Like,
now.
okay.
Like, okay.
Someone's like, ha. What? Ha. I get it.
So yeah, lots of dying from laughter.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of them.
So let's move on to the Renaissance.
Oh, the Renaissance.
The Renaissance.
The Renaissance.
Festival.
Like, what is happening in this podcast?
It's just turning into something completely different. Actually, there's not
There's not
many.
much.
People were really smart in the Renaissance, apparently. Yeah. They were like, this is our time. We're not stupid.
In fact, literally the first one here, it's just like a good way to die. He's George Plantagenet, first Duke of Clarence, was allegedly executed by drowning in a barrel of wine. Apparently,
That's a pretty good way
his
to
own
die,
choice.
actually. Oh, okay.
he's like, yeah, this is how I want to go.
He's like, I want you to kill me with wine.
And they're like, all right.
This is how I live my life, and this is how I want to die. Oh, this is another laughing one. This is in early modern period, 1660. Thomas Urquhart, a Scottish aristocrat, polymath and first translator of Francois Rabella's writings into English, is said to have died laughing upon hearing that Charles II had taken the throne. He just like it was
He's
that
like,
funny.
ah, that
So he was-
fucking idiot.
He's like, hey, did you hear, man, that Charles I died? And he's like, oh, Charles I died, you say? Who's taking the throne then?
taking it?
Who's taking the throne then? And Charles II, I
yeah.
think. And he just it just killed him.
You gotta be fucking kidding. That fucking
He's
retard.
got the number 2 in his name.
Like a piece of shit. He dies.
Yeah, that was
That's great.
Poor-
Again,
poor
not
guy.
that funny, but
No, not at all.
He died from it, so
not at all.
that's fine.
All right. Yeah,
Should we skip ahead quite a bit here?
yeah. Let's go into like the 20th century.
All
Let's
right,
check
yeah,
that
yeah,
out
yeah.
because we don't want to spend too much time on this.
Yeah.
We'll do a couple more and then we'll kind of move on.
Yeah.
Because we've spent a lot of this episode talking about
Death. Weird dying.
Weird dying. It's fun though. I'm having
It is fun. Okay. Do you got one or you want me to go?
Go ahead, yeah.
All
Go
right.
for it.
This is a good one. Okay. So Frank Hayes. This is 1924. It's not that long ago. I
Yeah,
guess,
yeah.
you know,
It's not that bad.
100 years ago. Frank Hayes, a 35-year-old jockey of Elmont, New York, which is like kind of where New York City is, but back then, won his first and only race when he was dead. Riding a horse, Sweet Kiss, Frank suffered a fatal heart attack mid-race and collapsed on the horse. Sweet Kiss managed to still win with Frank Hayes' body on it, meaning he technically won.
Wow. Dude, I bet you he's the descendant of that guy who won the wrestling match after he was dead.
Yeah, it must be.
It's like his
yeah.
great-great-great-grandson.
They just have a legacy of that happening.
Of winning competitions after they die.
died. I could just like the vision in my head is just him like everyone's clapping like yeah, and then he's just like
Yeah, just fucking
limp dangling on this horse.
Limp dick on the horse. That's great.
Oh, it's fucked up.
Yeah, I think. Well, actually, yeah, I'll do one more. And then
Do one like recent.
really recent.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's go up to
like go up.
Let's go up to 1980. No, I'm just kidding.
That was just a year ago. That's
like
crazy.
last year. No, I'm just kidding. All right, let's go all the way to today. You
Whoa!
guys ready?
Right now.
Right. 5 minutes ago.
We're reading, and it's like
As it's
these
coming,
guys are doing a podcast, and as they're reading this,
a fucking tortoise dropped from the sky. No.
it's like reading our own prophecy.
Okay, so we've got. This was the fucking. This one was weird. This one doesn't even make sense.
Okay, might be good.
Stanislav Bogdanovich and Alexandra Vernagora. Yeah, that's right.
Jeez.
March 5th, 2020. Bogdanovich was found dead on March 5th, 2020 in the Moscow apartment alongside nitrous oxide-filled balloons and the body of his girlfriend, Alexandra what was that again? Vernagora? Yeah. And also a chess player. That they never even mentioned.
You never
that he was
said
a-
he
they never
was a
said
chess
he was a
player.
chess player.
They're like, we're gonna add
Like,
that in.
but she's also a
she's
chess player.
also. They're like, you didn't know he was a chess player.
She's a chess player. Who is he a chess player?
Right? Like,
I don't know.
Is he one? Is she?
Anyway,
None of that
please
makes
do not
sense.
expect foul play. What does that even mean?
That's what it says.
That's what it says.
Oh, I thought you said please do not expect. Like they're telling
No.
us, like, don't you fucking
Don't you expect foul
this.
play? No, they said
The police.
Police do not
Okay.
do not suspect foul play. I don't
So
know.
I don't.
What is that?
So those balloons
the-
that like had
Hey,
that
they
in there?
never even said how they died. They were like, there was balloons in there.
And she's a chess player.
Well, were the balloons like popped?
I don't.
I mean, are they?
I don't
don't
get it.
understand.
None of it makes sense to
yeah.
me. What a-
She's also a chess player.
She's also a chess player.
Anyway, so that wraps up our weird deaths for today.
Yeah, that's good.
I did. What was I gonna? Oh yeah, did you hear about fucking? If anybody has ever watched the Netflix show You, have you seen You yet?
Is that like the
The Stalker show.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
saw that? You saw
Yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah.
Chris Delia, is in that show.
Is he?
He's the comedy guy. The
right,
pedophile.
right. Okay, yeah.
His name is what was it? Hendrickson or Hendricks?
Because he's
or
like,
something?
isn't he in the show that he finds out about him? Or no, doesn't he say like you're a piece of shit for being a pedophile, even though this guy's like the main character is a stalker? Like,
Yeah,
and he's like judging him.
Well, so yeah, the funny thing about Joe, not to get too like much into the show,
Yeah.
but the funny thing about Joe is that like while he is he seems to uphold somewhat of a moral
He's like
standard,
rationalizing everything.
but he's definitely like an extremely mentally ill,
Right.
fucked up evil. Well, almost not evil, but he's
No,
maybe he's evil. It's what you consider immoral or not immoral, but he definitely killed somebody, so that's pretty fucking
So, yeah,
evil.
few people.
Yeah. Anyway, so
Right.
yeah, so he
Chris.
plays Hendrix on. Yeah, Chris Delia plays Hendrix, and he plays a pedophile who's a comedian, which he's a comedian in real life.
Right.
And so this morning, I just found an article that was saying that like a bunch of people are accusing him of sexual, like, not assault, of like grooming like minors and like
No
texting minors.
way.
Yeah, like they're posting like screenshots and like all this stuff. And it's kind of funny because when I saw that, when I was watching those episodes, I was
Yeah.
like, it's
You're-
weird because usually
He's doing so well.
well, I was like, yeah. Well, no, I was like, well,
What a good actor.
I was like, that's weird that he would want to play
To
that.
play that?
Yeah, but I'm like, okay, yeah. Usually actors play, or like celebrities that come into shows that haven't been on shows before,
Yeah.
comedians or whatever they are. They usually play like a character that's like not
Right.
like themselves, or like as a separate person.
Right, but
Which
he
like
was-
they changed his name, but like he's still a comedian, the exact same thing he
Yeah.
does in real life.
Yeah.
And then like he's also that's why I was kind of wondering. I was like, I don't know. Like, is there any other parallels that like match real life? It's kind of creepy that he would. But
Damn, he's good. He's playing this role so well.
yeah, it's kind of
That's
sad.
crazy,
like, yeah,
dude.
it's like a bunch of like 16-year-old girls are saying
my
like,
God.
oh, like blah blah blah. He did, yeah.
It's
you can-
so crazy. Like everyone I looked up to now is like they're being
Turning into
revealed.
a-
They're pedophiles or
Yeah.
they're raping people. It's like, come on.
yeah. Anytime.
Is anyone safe? Like everyone's fucking crazy.
I feel like if you become famous and go to Hollywood, there's always
something fucks you
an
up there.
100% chance that they're gonna somebody from somewhere from the fucking dark corners of Hollywood is gonna like try and get you into
do some
shit.
weird shit.
And
like
I feel
Epstein.
I'm sure some people don't,
yeah.
but there's obviously a lot of actors and famous people who do, and like
Right.
who are either taken in by temptation, like Allison Mack from
yeah,
Smallville.
and that ties into the conspiracy stuff we were talking about earlier because people think this is, all parts of conspiracies in Hollywood and shit.
Yeah, and that's right in Albany, actually.
Yeah,
like
that was
in
near
New
us.
York. Yeah,
Yeah.
right near us. And there's like they say there's like 80,000 or something members. Like,
It's insane.
yeah,
It was like a sexual pyramid of.
and well, what they would do is
Cult.
like blackmail. Well, they would get you into some
Yeah.
shit, and they'd be like, "Oh, this is like apparently Allison Mack." They said it was like a fun. She's Chloe from Smallville,
Right,
but
right.
yeah, they're like, "This is like a fun like learning program and
Yeah.
blah 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 for kids," and she's like, "Yeah, okay, cool," and then apparently like along the line they start asking you to do like really questionable shit. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
they're like, "Hey, you gotta suck this guy's dick, and we're gonna videotape." And they're like,
Like,
"Whoa,
whoa!
yeah!" Like that seems. I feel was that not a sign to them that like they were
That's
like,
like so. If
they're
you,
like, okay,
the new Epstein documentary that just came out on Netflix, like that's what he did. Is he would get these girls to come to his place and with his girlfriend,
yeah,
and it would just get weirder and weirder. Like then he would get naked and be like, "All right, you got to massage me."
yeah, that's fucking weird.
And if the girls didn't do it, he would just be like, "All right, I see this isn't working out. Like you're not gonna do this, but I'll give you $200 for every girl you bring
Yeah,
that will do it." And then like that started. Then all these girls were bringing more girls, and like he just started this huge ring.
that's a fucking yeah,
nuts.
That's crazy.
It's so nuts.
But yeah, so it was like that, and eventually, so she worked her way up to become the
Yeah, like
fucking
a top-
co-leader of the
Yeah.
group, and like. It was like, dude, I got sick reading because I actually really liked Allison Mack. Like,
Yeah, yeah, a lot of
as
people did.
Playing
I mean,
her character, like
Right.
Chloe, was super cool. And then I used to watch like her blog or her vlogs, whatever, on YouTube.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, oh, she seems like such a nice and kind, like genuine
It's
person.
weird, man.
Yeah, it's like fucking Ted Bundy. Like you
Yeah, you never
fucking
know.
think.
You never know.
Yeah, and they were like branding people and shit, but it was fucked. It was pretty fucked.
Totally
up.
fucked.
Welcome to Immoral Mortals.
Welcome.
So yeah, I think that about wraps things up for today.
Cool.
So we're gonna head out, and we'll see you next time. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
Thanks, guys.
And yeah, peace out.
Peace out, mortals.